Welcome everyone back. Finally, I'm back on YouTube. I got harassed by the fans to come back. So I'm back and I had to bring legendary bodybuilder Nathan Asha all the way from the UK, and Gregory, IPB pro, commentator, host, gym owner, trainer, and you were at the Olympia VIP seats, Gregory, correct?
Yeah, it was there.
First of all, Olympia weekend, Nathan. Let's talk quickly about the guys outside the top 10. Urs, Jordan, and Tabani and Regan. They went from 14 to 10. I was very impressed with Jordan Hodgkinson's condition. He brought a smaller waist than we saw at the last show. Jordan, Berus, Urs. Nathan, what did you see in that battle?
I think Jordan was the better bodybuilder. I had them all. I think yours probably had the nicest physique out of them all. I don't know what happens to Beirut. I've heard people say because he got there a little bit late, but he got there same time as Samson. Probably before Samson. So I can't accept that one. I think for me, like as I say, Jordan and yours was the big ones for me watching that show.
What do you think? You were there. Jordan won out of those guys. Was it close with the other guys or no?
I mean, Jordan was good. You know what? Jordan had a very good year. Jordan came in very good. I mean, for his first Olympia, he did great. I mean, probably wasn't expected to be top 10 for sure. Like you expect that, but he came out really good. He did everything great. I mean, there's nothing bad on him. It's just at the Olympia, you're like, it's your first time there. You're getting your feet wet, and that's what it was, But he was very good.
Top 10 to 8 there, really close. First, Goodvito, super impressive Olympia debut, crazy condition, tremendous freak factor. Very impressive, Nathan. Goodvito, did you like his look?
I think he came in better, bro, this show than his last show. Like you said before, getting your feet wet and stuff. But I think he came in great, bro. For him personally, I would have put him roughly 9th, fighting for 8th. Would put him up above Bonac. I think he has a lot more to bring. And obviously only time will tell. He will get a hell of a lot better. You can see for sure.
Impressed, Gregory? How was the crowd reaction to Goodvito?
I mean, very good. I mean, you know what, Goodvito surprised a lot of people because in the beginning of the year when he did Brazil, he didn't look so great. But in this one, he brought the freak factor. The legs are amazing. He has very good structure. And yes, he could have been 9th, but you know what? This is the way I see it. He's 10th today. Probably next year he's gonna beat probably Bonac and all these guys. So it's only on the way up for him at this point.
William Bonac, tremendous legend, good condition, carries probably most density up there. Great performance. Looked as good as it did. It looked probably better here than the Dubai, Nathan. It looked better here than Dubai.
I think so, bro. I think he looked a hell of a lot better here. Midsection looked a hell of a lot better. Condition looked better here. Also, for me, I think that was probably the best one that we've seen in the past 18 months. And to place this high after so many years is great,
Gregory, I thought his waist looked considerably better and better controlled at this show. Wasn't his waist pretty good at this show?
It was very good. You know what? It was very good. And Bonac, for somebody at the tail end of his career, man, Bonac this year had an amazing year. And which shows again, we saw like the old man muscle that he has. He has great condition. And he's still in there, after like all these years. Him and Brendan Cleary, same thing. These guys are the old guard, but they're still standing in there.
Tonio Burton, I had him higher at the Dubai Pro. I thought he looked great here also. Beautiful lines, great condition. He's not the biggest, but Gregory, on stage, does he appear bigger than he is? Because he's beating a lot of the big guys. From at home, you can't tell that he's a lot smaller, but how does he look on stage next to the other guys?
You know what? He needs a little bit more size because the shape is amazing. Just a bit more size. And one thing though, presentation. Like when he did his routine during the night, it was very good. Short. He did nothing. And for a physique like that, you should take a bit more time to show it because this guy's a lot to show. and his physique is amazing. Like in this, I don't want to say Dexter because that's blasphemous to me, but it's in the same realm. And if he goes the same way, this guy can go high, very high. This physique.
Nathan, why would a guy like Tonio look so great, do a 30-second routine and just leave for your routine for Olympia? Why would you do that as a pro?
I think, bro, a lot of the guys just, I wouldn't say it's a confidence thing. It's like a lot of the guys don't put effort into it. A lot of guys like, we don't mind. I would say we don't mind competing on stage against each other and posing, but when we're by ourselves, it's like obviously all eyes are on me, type thing, and people don't like that, And I'm the same myself. Obviously, I'm charismatic, most outgoing, but when I'm on the stage by myself, I'm like, fuck, like I just want to get off. You know what I mean? Like take me off and then put me next to someone, then I'll show what I've got. I think it's like just it's a me thing. You see a lot of guys do it. They just want to be on and off and just compared.
Uh, I was super impressed with Brandon Curry. A lot of people predicted him
Yeah.
out of the top 10. I haven't always had him in the top 5, 6, 7. Brandon Curry with a new coach. He told me he's added size. He loves the new approach with the new coach. Carb cycling is the method he's saying they're using. It works well for his body. He put on new size. It showed tremendous condition. I had him higher than 7th. Nathan, Brandon, his 13th Olympia. How impressed were you?
Man, I think Brandon put out all the stops. He came, he bought it after everyone was saying he's finished. 2 years ago, he keeps on bringing it. I think personally he was placed in the right place. That's just my opinion. I think eighth was where that's where roughly I think he should have been. He did look good. The condition was there, the size was there. But for me, most of all, for Brandon, the legs were still there. And a lot of people know who followed Brandon and followed the sport. That he has he always has so does his legs, right? When he comes down, the legs vanish. But this time, man, like the legs are still there. So massive kudos to Brandon and the coach. And I think whatever he is doing right now is working, and obviously he can only go up from here. So next year will be a lot to tell.
One of the sad stories of the weekend for many is the disappointment in Nick Walker's look of what they expected. How did you, Greg, when you watch, you expecting something massive, freaky, in condition, and nasty? Nick Walker comes out, Gregory, and it was not the same. But talk to me. What did you see?
Okay, Nick hyped himself up a lot from the press conference and all that. So Nick basically told us without telling us that he was coming. He told us he was coming to win the Olympia. That's what he said.
I've beaten Samson. Samson's beaten me. So I think he's beatable. I mean, I haven't beaten Derek or Hadi, but I firmly believe I can beat Derek. And I also think I can beat Hadi, but I think Hadi will just be my ultimate biggest challenge when it comes down to it.
When he came out, I remember I gasped going, what is going on? Because
Oh, really?
as big, I mean, you know what? You're to a point, I mean, how big can you get until your body goes left and right? Like Nick, Nick was what, 270 or something? Nick doesn't need to be that. Nick doesn't need to be that. And Nick tried to play the big man game. And you know what? And it came to his waist. I mean, his back double is amazing, but he has no front last spread. His front double by is great, but his waist is all over the place. So basically, he got exposed. And the one thing I love about it is that Martin was able to beat him, and he was exposed. And I don't know what they tried to do, but something did not work right, and ended up the way they looked. And the stomach was out of whack. Let's put it that way.
Why would you be so confident, Nathan, if you know what you're bringing?
I don't know, man. Like everyone knows me, I'm a massive Nick fan, right? So I don't even want to bash on Nick, bro. I'm like a fanboy. But to me, bro, is the biggest disappointment, and that hurts me saying that because I absolutely love what he does, what he's about. I think he's the only person on that stage with a personality. Only one who does go balls to the wall, bro. Like a lot of guys train hard, but Nick goes balls to the wall, and that's what I like. When I done my predictions, he was confident. he was going to win it, right? And I believed him. My heart believed him, and I put him second next to Derek, bro. I did. And then when I seen prejudging, I just didn't. When he came out, I just stopped watching the Olympia. I just stopped, just turned it off for a bit, I didn't want to watch it because I was physically, I was just wounded, and for me, because I think he'd be a great Mr. Olympia, a great ambassador to the sport, and if you were there and you heard it, bro, he had the biggest scream. The fan, without being Mr. Olympia, he is Mr. Olympia, and the fans love him. But I don't know what he done, what went wrong. Something went wrong somewhere in the camp, because when he was posting the pictures by himself, he looked phenomenal, right? He did 4 weeks out, he looked phenomenal. And I don't know what they've done, whether they tried to fill him up too much or whatnot, but he just didn't look the Nick Walker we seen prior, and like we said, I think come down 10 pounds, bro. 10 pounds, bring it down a bit. You don't need to be that big. Regardless, he's always going to be a freak. I don't think he needs to be that big.
He was saying the same thing. He
Yeah.
doesn't need to be that big. He doesn't need to be. I don't know why. I don't know who in his camp is telling him that 10 pounds more is better. I don't know who says that.
He has a new coach, Kyle Wilkins, there. This is their first prep together. And, first prep, okay, a learning experience. And hopefully they will use this to adjust things and hit Arnold, Nathan, hit the Arnold with a better package for redemption, or go a year and take time off and really rebuild the physique.
I don't think he needs to rebuild it, bro, because what they've done after the shows in New York, bro, they were on the right track, right? They were on the right track, so they don't need to rebuild it. He doesn't need more muscle, so he doesn't need an off season. Go home, clear out, take a month off. Clear the system out, do what you need to do, and then get right back into the Arnold, and then bring something different. Don't focus on size, because he's, like we said, he's got it. Come down, bring in more streamline, because we know it works, right? We've all seen, for example, Rowley had a big midsection. We've
Yes.
seen Rowley,
Yes.
stream it down within what, 6 months. It can be done if he streams the midsection down. It might even be just a digestion issue. And insides need cleaning out. Sub-Q fat or something, but it is possible. And then come back and he can do it. So I would do the Arnold.
One of the story of the show, in my opinion. I saw pictures, because he sends me pictures, Martin, but pictures in DMs is not the same as stage. But
Yeah.
Martin came out nasty condition, size. He told me he weighed exactly the same as last year, but he was visually more conditioned, quality all over the place. Gregory,
Yes.
did you sleep there, bro? By the way,
No. I'm gonna go ahead.
you've been up for 3 days, huh?
Good. No, but about Martin though.
Martin
you know what?
Fitzwater, Gregory,
Martin was unreal.
unreal.
Martin was unreal. I mean, you know what? Honest to God, I was happy that he got fifth. I was happy that he beat Nick and all these guys, because he deserved it. To me, if you look at all the physiques, he's probably one of the most complete physiques on that stage.
Oh, really?
I mean, oh yeah. And if you talk about condition, he was probably the most conditioned guy on
who
that
was
stage.
the most conditioned guy of all the guys?
I would say
Front to
probably.
back.
I would say probably him. When he came out, I mean, he looks. The thing is, he's so balanced that there's nothing you can't really like tear him apart.
No,
You can't
no.
say he's missing this or missing that, because everything flows. Everything flows well.
Nathan, he decided to go shadow mode, Dorian Yates style, because he talked a lot of talk for the Pittsburgh. It did not work out. He did a different approach. He came out and he's back in the game as a top athlete, Nathan. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, bro. He came in. He bought. He says bringing that 90s conditioning. He bought it. I'm not into the guys who do all this shadow mode, bro, because at the end of the day, fans want to see you, and that's what I said to you yourself. This Olympia's been one of the most boring Olympias, because there's been no hype to it. If you didn't follow bodybuilding, we wouldn't even know, because a lot of the guys weren't posting. Credit to Samson, he was posting a lot of the time. Nick, and even Derek was in at the odd vest. We need guys to come out more and show more and have a bit of charisma. But it seemed to work for him. He bought the '90s mold. He bought it back. You could see he'd improved the back slightly. The legs are probably his strongest part.
Yeah.
They were always there. You can see the arms have come up slightly, which obviously, bro, it's only his second Olympia and does keep going on. And obviously, you can see he's going to be moving up the ranks very, very quickly.
Breaking news. I want you to answer this, guys, with a yes or no. He just told me he's in for Prague Pro. So it will be the brothers of Iron, Keon versus Martin versus Christo in Prague. Gregory,
Yes.
Christo, Martin, or Keon, who wins in Prague? Just give me one name. You don't have to.
Okay. Martin.
Who do you think, Nathan?
Martin.
Yeah. Based on what I saw at the Olympia, that pack you saw Keon. Which package was best live? Keon's 212 package or Martin's top 5 Olympia, Gregory?
Martin top 5.
Yeah. One of the sad stories of the Olympia for many, especially most Samson Dauda fans. The talk of this Olympia was Samson was going to dominate the guys with his size, structure, but also the condition. The feedback was he needed to bring the condition. We saw the guest posing. A lot of people said this is the condition we want to see. Gregory, live, when you walk out, were you thinking, oh, look at this conditioning?
When he came out for the presentation,
Yeah.
I told my son, here's the winner.
Okay.
Okay? When he came out. But as the show progressed, it started to go down and down and down and down. And I remember one shot when there was a front relax with Andrew and him. Andrew dwarfed him.
Oh.
Dwarfed him. I mean, I was like, because normally these two guys are pretty much close to size. Andrew dwarfed Samson. And I was like, wow, that's not good. That's not good. And from there, but probably nobody tried. He tried to be like more ripped, but he lost so much fullness. So for like they say, for that 2% that he gained of ripped, he lost 15% of fullness, which all the attributes that makes him great, he lost. So at the end, he looked like an empty Samson going against a full-blown Andrew and two short guys that are full-blown. So there was no way for him to win. No way.
You've seen all the looks of Samson. You competed against him, Nathan. You won back in the day. Then he took you on a little bit later. So you've seen the progression of him. What did you think when he came out? Well, when you saw him in the comparisons against Andrew, Hadi, and Derek.
Bro, I think sometimes a lot of the guys ask for judges' information, right? Like, how can I look better? Don't. Do what you think is better for you. Because at the end of the day, that's one judge, right? That's one judge. There's many of them on the panel. So whether they say you become more, and we always get the same thing, it's either more condition or more size. That's all I ever say, right? That's all the same things over and over here. We hear it all the time. But bro, the Samson, what I seen there was a Samson from 3 years ago, before Milos was small, bro. And what I knew he weren't getting the top 3 from when I seen the guest posing, because 6 weeks out he was ready, bro. He was ready. You know yourself as a bodybuilder and as an athlete, you can't hold off for 6 weeks. If what we seen 6 weeks ago would have came in, I believe, yesterday, he would have been fighting for top 2, right? But he just could. You can't hold a condition, and Samson doesn't have that like white man grainy look, right? With Samson, it's either you're full blown, yeah, and you're huge with less condition, and you're gonna win, or you're gonna come in shredded, like I said before, with the condition that's nowhere near as good anyway, because you're that flat, the conditions can't come through. So why chance it? You won last year on being full blown, so do the same, right? You were full blown when you beat probably one of probably the second best Hadi, in Arnold, right? UK. That was probably the second best Hadi we've seen. You fought with him close then. So why change anything in the camp? And like I said, bro, Andrew Jack. Andrew literally dwarfed him, like, and the commentators saying, "Oh, Samson's £300." The guy was not 300, bro. He looked like 275, 270. He weighed £300. They can say what they want to say online, but that wasn't a £300 Samson, because a 300 pound Samson, would make them all look small, and it's sad to see, because we barely ever see Mr. Olympia go from first to fourth. Really, really. So hopefully he learns his lesson. Don't listen to the judges. Listen to your coach, your wife. Do what you see is the best for you. At least then, you can, when you get beat, you can hold your head up high and say, "This is what I done for me. This is what I think was the best Samson." Not what someone else thinks. And it's sad. It's sad to see, bro, because last year he was a freak. This year he wasn't. He was like 50% of himself.
Guys, I think it's very important. I spoke to him right after the show, and today I'm not going to go into detail exactly, but a lot of what Nathan is saying there, listen, what no one knows your body than yourself better. So it's really important to do what makes you good, and don't listen to the outside world too much. You know what to do, and moving forward, he's very clear-minded on what he needs to do. And I think we all know if he comes back, because he's not injured or anything, yeah. So
Yeah,
he'll come back with the new the size that he had, and obviously some improvements. He'll be right back into as dangerous as ever. Gregory, are you okay over there?
I'm good. I'm good. Listen, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
The top three first. A lot of people online I've seen have Andrew Jack as the winner of this show. Personally, I don't agree, but why? First of all, very impressive, really huge, great condition, everything that we know Andrew for, he brought. Very impressive. Gregory, why are some people saying they had Andrew winning? You were there. How was the reaction in the crowd? Were people having him as the winner?
You know what? Because Andrew is so big and overwhelming. When you see him on stage, that's the only guy you see because he's so tall and big. So it's impressive. And he was in shape. So when you have a tall guy like that in shape, it's catching to the eye. So if you're somebody that knows bodybuilding not too much, you get caught into that. You see a big guy like, oh my God, and you see two guys beside it like half his size, you're gonna go for him. But when you start digging, then you understand why he got third. But from the looks of it, I can promise you, if he would have won, nobody would have complained. Because the way it turned out last night, well, the winner wasn't really what the people wanted. Let's put it that way.
Nathan, Andrew, impressive.
yeah, bro. I'd say impressive. I wouldn't say that I'm winning. That's a bit far fetched for me. I would have him second, clearly. I'd have him way over Hadi, bro.
Wait. Thing. You had him. I also would prefer his look for second, but I wouldn't say way over. But you would have him way over Hadi.
Yeah, because bro, the Hadi we see was great, right? But
Yeah.
it's not the Hadi. There's something going on with the legs. It's massively distinctive, right? I think it's the right leg. Is the right leg? It looks way off. The size difference looks way off, and the condition he bought it, but it's not the best condition we've seen. And as the Mr. Olympia, bro, like you have to keep improving, and that's how you move up the ranks, right? Because you see it from Martin and stuff. If you improve from your last show, they're gonna place you higher. Um, from the offset, and knew that he ain't gonna go from the position he placed last year to win it. No way. But I did think it should have been second. I would have liked to see people were calling off the call out for Andrew and Samson, but that's not a fair call out because Samson wasn't the Samson we know, right? I would have liked just a two-man call out.
Gregory, could you
Yes,
see any imbalances in Hardy's legs? Did you see it?
the right one. A little bit. A little bit. No,
Was
I
it
mean, it's not.
is it distracting live? Because from the screen, I didn't see it, but I see comments said that they saw it. I didn't see it, but
It's not.
live, was it
It's
clear?
not. It's not distracting. You see it, but it's not something like you. Oh my God! It's like there's like some getting balance. No, the thing is like people saw a big man in shape, a guy like that. And I'm telling you, when you see him and when you see
Andrew, you're
Andrew like
talking
that,
about.
yeah, Andrew like Andrew is very impressive. So honest to God, if we'd have gotten second place, that place would have been very happy, very much happy.
Quick question: Hadi better this year or last year? Since you were there, Gregory, this year or last year?
Last year.
Okay. The legacy title is it what Derek says? He's the first Olympian, well, first guy to win the Ohio, the Pittsburgh Pro, the Open Bodybuilding, and get back. Well, get back his Olympia title that he lost. Jay Cutler did it last. He made over $1 million this year, a new record. Phenomenal from the back as always. Good, great size for his height. Was this a clear win there? So when people say robbery first online, this is a completely wrong word to use or not?
It's not robbery. I mean, people like to use that word robbery. It's not robbery. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, in the morning, like Friday night, it was great Friday night. It was great Friday night, and what it is like on Saturday night, Heidi was not able to cover what he left on Friday because it wasn't a blowout by any means. Okay,
Nope.
but a blowout at all. So Derek can't say that he blew out Heidi, but he won.
Hmm.
Was it my choice for me? No,
Who did you
but I
have?
accept it. Me for myself, okay. If things are turned out the way I wanted Heidi to win
Andrew,
because
yeah.
to me, um, I wanted Heidi to win, and I would have gotten Andrew second. But that was me,
Who
and I
did you have winning? You weren't clear there.
I had Heidi winning.
Hadi. Who did you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
winning, Nathan?
What's on?
Who did you have winning?
Derek.
Yeah. Based off on what?
Well, I told you anyway.
Yeah.
I told you in March he's going to win the Olympia,
Yeah, you
right?
did.
I said because why? It's legacy, bro. It's why you've never had a guy win all three shows back to back. It's great for the business. It's great for the industry, obviously, and now everyone wants to chase that, and with them chasing that means more and more pros doing the same shows, trying to chase what Derek done. So it's great for the company anyway, but also I just had him winning because from the back it's lights out, right?
Hmm.
He's improved his side chest a lot. We all know Derek has that smooth chest. As we can see now, it's getting a little bit more grainier as he gets older. You can see a couple of striations here or there. We know he's in condition. It must be like a must. We've seen it. The side shot has got better. Obviously, from the side, it was his or his who won it. But I just think it wasn't lights out. But I believe that I would say he done enough to win on Friday, and no one could catch him on Friday. It wasn't like it was a 1 point deficit with him and Hadi, right? You could see the difference on Friday, and it wasn't enough to claw back Saturday night. What I do believe, and I do think, if you would have put Andrew in the same position on Saturday, I don't think he could have took Derek on Saturday night because it would have been if the point if Andrew would have had these points right on Friday, I think Andrew could have beat him Saturday night. Honestly, do because like you said, the wow factor, the size factor, a different Mr. Olympia. That's why for me, I want to see a two-man call out and let the judges decide and the crowd decide because for some reason the crowd is not behind Derek. It's behind Andrew and Nick and
Hadi and
stuff. But
Hadi.
yeah, Hadi. But I would have liked to see that call out, and I think Andrew could have won it. It would have been a two-man call out. I personally do. Even though he got third, I think he could have won it.
Well, Derek is not probably the most popular guy online, but there was definitely no robbery going on.
No,
And this guy will remember as one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time because he's doing things that no one else has done. And he's doing it at 5'5", 5'6",
Yeah, yeah.
230. So
About
it's very special. Quickly, 212. The height was key on to dominate. That did not happen. He won, in my opinion, fairly, but there was no domination going on. And quickly, Gregory, who did you have, Clarida or Keon?
Keon won, but Sean gave him a fight. And basically, what happened was this, and that's what I'm thinking right now. Keon is amazing, but now if you're starting to see now, his stomach is starting to be, that like the abs and all that. So now they really have to be careful now because as great as he is, if he loses that, it's over. He's
Nathan,
gonna end up.
Really?
who did you have, Keon or Clarida?
I had Sean. I had
Okay.
Sean. For the simple fact is that, I looked on when I was watching it and looked at pictures, iPhone pictures and professional pictures. Sean just looked a lot more nastier. He wasn't as big as Keon, but he just looked a hell of a lot more detailed. And the Sean from last year, he probably gained, I think he gained 10 pounds or something, 12 pounds, he said.
10 pounds on that short frame, yeah?
And you could see it, and
Yeah, you can see it.
I thought Keon, it would have been a no contest, but in with what Keon was putting out there, I thought, Sean, man, you're too small. You haven't got a hell of a chance, right? Because I thought Keon was just smoke that closed the door straight away, game over. But it went like that, and I don't know Keon whether they pushed a little bit too hard this year, but the midsection was way out, bro, and that's very unusual for path guys to have it. You could see, he even when he's doing his side crunch, you can see the small distension. And then when Sean done it, Sean just looked flat and shredded, And I believe, bodybuilding, I would have given it to Sean, bro. Like I would have, but I think with Keon, I think this was probably his last Olympia, maybe, and they're just trying to push it on to go to the Open rather than take the whole year off like Derek did. I think they're trying to push it now, try and get a bit more stars, qualify, and then come back to the men's next year. If that's the case, then hopefully they can control the midsection. But it was it was close. But I don't believe the scorecards when they said it was a straight win. I don't believe that. It was tighter than what it said.
Classic, tremendous, really interesting. Terence Ruffin, the best routine I've ever seen any classic guy deliver ever. He was playing the violin. It was beautiful. He added some more size. He looked really good. He's what many believe what classic should be all about. Josema, tremendous in top 4. He's only 23 years old. With that density is rare. Neil Darwin in 5th. He will win the classic Olympia in the future, is my prediction. Mike Summerfield, what he had to deal with coming in with all that hate and the disrespect from media, from fans. Obviously, he put a little bit on himself with trolling about the height, but to manage this and still bring this conditioning, what a mindset he has to deliver that condition. And Ramon, finally, the Brazilian nation have an Olympia title for the classic. It's been a long time coming. He looked beautiful. And with that, thank you everyone for watching the wrap up. Nathan, Arnold Classics next up.
Yeah, bro. Hopefully, off season's going well now. As you can see, I got the fat face back, bro. So we're still pushing. See where we end up early December, and then decide from then.
Gregory, if there's any
Yes.
girls in the women's physique division that thinks you're hot, they can DM you at what Instagram?
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Yeah, for sure. You guys are put.
And with that, we are out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me see. End meeting.